G'day everyone, it's Calvin here, Shearing Sheep New Zealand. And hopefully those pigs settle down in a minute because I've just fed them. I'm down the back in my paddock where the ewes are, and we are 3 or 4 days away from lambing. Give me the ball. Now, a few things to note. If you are planning on shepherding ewes and checking them, don't just start it on the day that they intend to lamb. Get out there early, get them used to you being with them, get them used to you being in the paddock so they don't freak out. Come out with your torch a few days before, a week before, walk around them with the torch so they settle down and get used to you. Otherwise, the chances of mismothering lambs becomes much higher. And get your lambing kit ready in plenty of time. I've got my lube, I've got my bearing retainers, I've got my lamb pulling stuff. The lube I've never used. So last year, my ewes all lambed unassisted. I did have to extract a couple out of my hoggets, and we'll talk about that when I get to hogget lambing, which is in September. And so the lube got unused. The bearing retainers stay in the cupboard. I do know I need to order a few more air tags, and Frank really wants to get the ball. I've got my scales ready. We've got colostrum, replacement colostrum on its way, and milk powder on its way. Now, for those sorts of products and you think you don't need it, well, you're better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Hey Frank, you need to be aware that ewes going to get you, okay? Lulu does not like you. He's not bothered. Now, the little dog comes with me pretty much everywhere now. He is my hunt away, and so the ewes are going to have to get used to him, or he's going to have to learn that when we're lambing that he doesn't come near the ewes when they've got their lambs. And I may well be leaving him at the house, but he's very determined to come with me. So be aware that your ewes, when they are first time mums, things can upset them. And the ewes are looking quite large. I've given them some extra silage to try and keep them ticking along. And I've brought them out of the gully where they were on very little. This one's for the next feed. And I've done the vaccination a few days ago. This is Daffodil. Daffodil's looking a little bit light on it. Her sister, Daisy, which is not there, is this one here. This is Daisy. Those two are sisters. They are planning on kicking off my lambing Friday or Saturday, just on observation of when they were marked up. This is an auntie. She's of theirs. She's going to start off in the early group as well. That's a half sister. Oh, you might be a full sister actually. Yeah, you're a full sister, aren't you? But from another year. This little girl here, number 56. Guess whose lambs are the first to get a dirty back end? She's a lovely little ewe, but as soon as you put her on green grass like this, and her babies were some of the first to get dirty back ends. Are you number 19? Yeah, same as last year. She was light going into lambing, but she reared an awesome lamb. And what's really so she's a little bit light. Now, one thing you've got, no matter what sheep farm you go to, no matter how good their sheep are, you'll always find the poorer end of their sheep. And mine's no different, but every year my average, my quality gets better and better and better. So I have less and less that have struggled in the drier weather and the tight feed conditions. Lulu here, for example, She's the same age as that one, or as that one there. And the same age as that light one right there. But Lulu broke out and gets into every paddock on the farm. We're going to stop that, when you have babies. Little Molly over there with her big fat belly. And Daffodil and Daisy, that's their mum right there. She's the matriarch of the flock now. She's going on 6. She's a 2019 model. Coming up to lambing, I try to keep the ewes away from those chickens. And this year I've given them some Crystallix just to make up for any mineral deficiencies. There's another one ready. And salt lick on demand. We're down the back by the pigs, so they're cleaning up this paddock. The little fox terrier thinks he wants to chase piglets. And we have to be careful around dogs and lambs. Now, I did sell 10 ewes, and Ben sent me a little video this morning. They drafted off because they'll be lambing a lot earlier than his ones. And you'll notice there's only 9 in the group if you're counting, and unfortunately one of the other ones suffered a dog attack. So please be very aware of dogs. It's not so much of an issue here in New Zealand as much as overseas, but certainly in those more urban areas and the small towns, dog attacks can be an issue. And that does worry me a little bit because my hoggets are not on the property. They're about 20 minutes up the road at a little place called Mamaku. And there have been a few dog attacks up there. Not on my sheep, fortunately, but it's something that I am worried about. So I'm got to make a compromise between growing grass, saving grass, feeding sheep, and running sheep off the property and keeping them all safe. Hey Crystal, how are you getting on? This is one of my favourites. Hey. You're early on, eh? You're early on? Good girl. Now, Crystal was reared on a ewe. Hey, you were reared on Granny. Your sister's number 9, isn't it? And you're in that same line as Daffodil and Daisy. You are related to them. Your uncle was their dad. Hey, Minty's your uncle. Good girl. What you going to have? 1 or 2? Good girl. And we've got just absolutely beautiful weather at the moment. Guaranteed to start raining on Friday or Saturday when the ewes start dropping their babies. So I have marked out my lambing calendar as well. I've gone through and I've put down the days where I expect them to lamb. And then I can plan my other activities around the days where I do and don't have gaps, or where I'm expecting a lot of lambs or not a lot of lambs. Ooh. The skill's actually sporting a bit of a sore foot. It's a pity, miss. Do you know you grew my biggest lamb for 2024? Over 400 grams a day average. Now, coming up to lambing, ewes are immunocompromised. That's why we give them a little bit of extra treatment if we can. They are more likely to get any illnesses, sore feet, bad bugs. It'll all be exposed coming up to lambing. Because nature did a really weird thing. Normally, nature makes female or mothers, expectant mothers, superhuman, super amazing, super strong. But in sheep, they reduce the immune system a little bit, so they're more prone to issues. You'll also notice I'm able to get up to a lot of my sheep a lot better. Like, they all come up quite close, and that's because one of the criteria of the ones that I sold was they aren't so friendly. You're lambing on the same day as your sister, aren't you, number 14? Where is your sister? Where is that fatty who only ever has singles? No. She's down here. Where's your sister? You better have twins, or you're not going to be here next year. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. So number 14 and number 4. Again, they're going to be lambing on the same day, or they plan to. Maybe you're going to make a change, this year, and you're going to have some twins for me. Good girl. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way the ewes are looking. We're down on condition score, but getting that done so I know where I actually stand made me feel much better. Getting them vaccinated, and I vaccinate very, very close to lambing. I find it gives me the best results. And we could have a big discussion over whether we do it 3 weeks before or 1 week before. I'm doing it 1 week before for the first ones, and 3 weeks before for the last ones, because the plan is they'll all be done and dusted in 14 or 15 days. So wish me luck. I'm going to need it for lambing as per normal. We need the weather gods to shine on me. We need the grass growing gods to shine on me, and hopefully lambing will go to plan. Right, we look forward to showing you how my lambing goes.